Hello everybody and welcome to another thrilling edition of Poland Daily Travel. As you can see, we are far out in the countryside, right in the middle of the country. Well, not quite in the middle, a little bit further south than the middle. And we're about 2 hours from Warsaw, from beautiful downtown Warsaw, the illustrious capital of Poland, of course. And we're on our way to a fantastic little city called Sandomierz. Now, as you can see, the November mist has rolled in. But it's not November yet, it's October. And, well, with a little help from the weather gods, we will be revealing a magical trick because things should be a bit brighter a little later on. And in fact, quite warm. Because yes, this is Indian summer. You can see the corn has been harvested and the colors are perfect. It's beautiful out here. And Indian summer is still continuing. We've had about a week or 10 days of it so far, and supposed to go through the next several days and be quite warm as the sun comes out. And I think, now that's just traffic I hear. I thought it was maybe a moose. Just kidding. There are no mooses here. Or moose or mooses, I'm not sure. At any rate, we're going to speed ahead and see what the beauty of Sandomierz has to offer. It's a little town on the Vistula River where the Vistula is joined by the San River, which runs from southern Poland, from the mountains in the Bieszczady region. So this is going to be an exciting day. This is a nice medieval town. We went to Kazimierz on the Wisła, on the Vistula, several episodes ago, and this city is kind of a sister city to Kazimierz. Sandomierz is also one of the oldest towns in Poland. There's lots of medieval buildings, and there's a castle, and all the things you expect from a good old European ancient town. So we're going to leave the fields now. And what does Poland mean? It means field, people of the fields, the Polani, the Poles. That's where we're standing now. Anyway, we're going to get back in the car with my two friends and cameramen and sound men, and we're going to speed along, and the next time you see me, the sun will be out. That's a promise. Stay tuned. Well, how about that? After the bumper, you come back and you get exactly what I promised. Because with the benefit of modern weather forecasting, we can see what the weather's going to be like a couple of hours down the road. Literally down the road in this case, because we've come all the way from Warsaw to Sandomierz, 3.5-hour journey just to bring you this view and more. This is only the start, because this, right now where we're standing, is one of the main streets of the old medieval town of Sandomierz. The tower on which I'm standing right now, the Opatov Tower, is about 33 meters tall in this area anyway, and it was built in the 1360s by Casimir the Great, who was, of course, one of the most important kings in the history of Poland. He's the one who built a network of fortresses and trade towns, of which this was one, during the 1300s, during his long reign. Incredibly important guy. The other thing to remember is that where we are now, we're about, as I said, 3.5 hours south of Warsaw. We're also about 2 hours and change north of Kraków, and somewhere out there actually, we'll find Lublin. Of course, the Vistula River is behind me, and you might just see it gleaming out in the distance there. That's the Vistula River, going that way to Krakow, and this way winding its way toward the north and Warsaw, and eventually Gdansk. The town here is, therefore, it's in Świętokrzyska, the Holy Cross Mountains. It is set alone, in a sense. And the reason it was so important in medieval times was because of its location on the river and near the San River, where it flows into the Vistula just to the north in this direction. What we can also say about the town is that nowadays it's more famous for its appearances in movies or television series than it is particularly as a, let's say, a municipal center. Although it is the center of the local farming trade, and we can see a lot of different processing factories and things like that as we look out over the town. But our main concern is going to be right here. We're going to be going down into those streets, and we're going to be looking at the most important landmarks in this very special place. It's a gem. It's well worth the trip. If you're on your way to Kraków or you're going from Kraków to Warsaw, this is right on the river. It's a good stop, and highly recommend it. Over to this direction, you can go over to the Holy Cross Mountains, where we were last week, and see some more amazing scenery and beautiful castles and the like. Okay, Poland Daily Travel. Stay with us. We are going to show you Sandomierz. Stick with us.